Hello one and all, my name is Ryan Bruce, my friends call me Fluff, and today on Riffs, Beards, and Gear, we check out the all-new Hard Drive amp in a box pedal from JHS. If you were to Google just about any guitar pedal effect, you would probably eventually run into JHS Pedals. JHS Pedals has a wonderful YouTube channel here on YouTube, but Josh Scott is a very talented pedal designer, pedal collector. He's always got the box. And today we're going to check out a very special pedal, the Hard Drive from JHS. Now, before we go any further, this is a sponsored video. JHS asked me to show you guys this pedal. I have not been asked to say anything good or bad about this pedal. All thoughts and opinions are mine. So the JHS Hard Drive is JHS Pedals' first attempt to do an amp in the box distortion style pedal that is not based on an existing pedal or amplifier. Okay, so this is not meant to be a JCM 800 in a pedal. This is not meant to be a high watt in a pedal. This is meant to represent the best high gain distortion tones from the 90s and early 2000s. Okay, keep that in your noggin. Now, this is also a very special pedal because this is the last pedal designed by former head engineer Cliff Smith before his passing in 2021. This pedal was worked on by him and Josh for 8 years, and now we get it. Now, the Hard Drive has the usual suspects of controls, has volume, bass, middle, treble, and drive. Now, I want to note two things. There is a mid-frequency sweep, so you can boost or cut a wide range of the mid-range frequencies, and the bass and treble controls have what are called Baxandal EQ curves, meaning they're very, very gentle. So if you were to look on an EQ graph, it's not just some sharp high shelf and low shelf. It's a very gentle high and low shelf. This is going to be kind of more, it's less aggressive. I guess in practice, it's less jarring and it's more of a gradual, natural, kind of amp-like control and feel when you're adjusting the bass and treble. Now, the Hard Drive does feature a buffered bypass and has silent soft switching, but enough of my yapping. Let's go ahead and crank this thing up and hear this in the context of mix. I'm gonna do something a little special for this video. I think it warrants it for the Hard Drive. I love the story, I love the sound of this pedal. I'm going to plug this into the effects return of my Diesel VH2 and use this as an amplifier. I'm only gonna use the amplifier, the Diesel, for its power section, okay? It's a tube power section, and I'm gonna basically crank up the Hard Drive and do a Stone Temple Pilot song with the help of my dear friend, Mr. Kyle Adams from Blood Magic and Heavy Air. And he's a monster on drums, and this was just a lot of fun. We're gonna do a song called Cracker Man. Let's hear this thing in the context of a mix. Now that we've got the full mix out of the way, let's go ahead and do a little bit of a playthrough, hang out, twist some knobs, and get some tones. I'm going to stick with my R9 Murphy Lab Gibson Les Paul, and I'm going to continue to have the Hard Drive going into the effects return of my Diesel VH2 amplifier. And yeah, I'm gonna set up the camera, turn on some lights, and let's just do a little bit of a playthrough, shall we? All right, so I have the JHS hard drive here on the desk. I'm going into the effects return of my Diesel VH2. I'm only using it as a power amp, as this is an amp in a box, so I'm using it as an amplifier. My completely straight guitar tone into the power amp. And this is the hard drive. First, I'm going to show you the mid-range control, and then we're gonna sweep the mids. Because, you know, the sweeping, or the mids are dirty, so we need to sweep them. Am I right? Now the cool thing about the hard drive is it's pretty dynamic, and if I roll my volume down on my bridge pickup, it cleans up nicely. You can kind of get that thicker, chewy tone. This is pretty 90s. I like more mids, and I personally like more treble. A little bit more gain, so it starts to kind of compress a little bit. A punk rock thing going on. Hear how that flattens out once I turn the gain up? I love that. That is the JHS hard drive. So what do I think? I like this pedal a lot. This does sounds like I just showed you guys. Sounds like a Stone Temple Pilot record for me. And I love the gain structure of this pedal. It's not fizzy, and when you turn up the drive, it has a nice compression, but it also reacts like an amp when you roll your volume down, as you guys heard in the playthrough section. Really, really cool pedal. honestly, the tones are so easy to get. I mean, honestly, really, really easy. You could have a deadly rig, pedal board based rig, if you plugged this directly into, say, something like a Seymour Duncan power stage, and you would basically have an amp on a pedal board, and you would be all set. I will link down below in the description for more information on the hard drive. And while you're down there, please consider subscribing to further support this channel. And with that, you've been wonderful. I've been Fluff. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.